Hi everyone, Dorota Palicka, international nail artist and educator here, and today I will show you in this video how to clean your brushes so they can have a really long life. This video was requested quite a lot of times, and there is different techniques depending what sort of brushes you are cleaning. A different one for the acrylic paints, different one for gels and acrylics, and I will talk to you through all of them and the best ones so your brushes can have a long and happy life. So let's start. Okay, I'm so glad actually to do this video for you guys. I have tried to pick up the worst brushes I've got, so probably some of you might be worse than those ones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna purposely damage a brush and what I will do is I will pick up some gel on this brush like this, and I'm gonna cook this. Okay, so I'm just gonna expose it to the light and cook it for you so I can show you how you can clean it and test it how efficient it is gonna be as well. Okay, there we are. So it's nice and hard and stiff. Okay, really damaged brush. You can see it. So what will happen if by accident you actually get your brush exposed? Okay, so we will start with this hardest example. First of all, what I will do is I will grab some UV cleanser. UV cleanser is a product designed to remove inhibition layer from the gel polish. And what I will do is I will get this brush to soak in those UV cleanser, and then using either my nail or like maybe spatula or a cuticle pusher. But watch for that, guys. Like, you know, the ribbon when you're wrapping a prezzies, if you go like this with the scissors, you can almost make it very curly. Do not put too much pressure because you will make your brush curly. And what I'm doing is I'm just gently, with the help of the UV cleanser, removing this gel. And I have used hard gel, so this is a gel which doesn't soak off, and the UV cleanser doesn't soak off the brush like the gels. So basically I'm just softening it enough. That was actually easy, but usually it's quite easy. But you can see it, the brush is really misshaped because of it. Okay, so first of all you need to make sure there is no gel residue left on it. I can still see it, there is a tiny bit in there, just on the top part. So make sure everything is, there we are. I think I got it. Oh, there we are. It's here. Yes, you can see it, it did came off. Okay, so we have left with the brush like this, which looks terrible. But what you can do it is, after you have removed the gel, you can grab some boiling water, and I've got here the glass with boiling water. Probably it's not this hot as it should be. Ideally you want to actually use your sink and pour the boiling water straight from the kettle, and then I'm just gonna start reshaping this brush. So it's almost work like a hair straightener, but you want to also press against something really nice and flat, so you can see it, the brush start improving its shape. Okay, so the sink is a perfect situation because you've got nice and flat surface where you can just pour the boiling water over it. There we are. I am actually quite happy with it. So I've got one here which is really strongly sticking out. Okay, and I actually not gonna like this hair, so in this case I'm just gonna trim off this broken hair, and I'm using a cuticle nipper for it. Separate it from the rest. Oh, come on. There we are, and you can see it even after boiling water, the hairs are separating. Okay, they are not behaving 100% nice. I think I've got one more broken. There we are. This is actually a very wrecked brush. Perfect. And then my next thing is the soak off top gel. You could use also a beige gel. Try to don't use the hard gels, like, you know, something which is soakable. So like beige gel or a soak off gel polish top coat. And get your brush to drink the gel. Okay, get your brush to exercise. It already looks much better, but I like to also give it a little exercise. Okay, so I'm painting number 8, and this is exercise which I'm doing before any painting. I do always explain that to you guys when we start doing the design. I need my brush to go into the gym and do a little bit of exercise, so it's gonna behave better. So those numbers 8 are perfect, and they can also pick up any string of the broken hair. This brush will probably need a few more trainings before it will be absolutely perfect for painting. But what I will do at first is I will shape it like this, keep the gel on it, and leave it for in this position so the brush can kind of almost learn the new position. Okay, so let's keep this fixed brush on the side so it can learn the new position. What else we've got in here? This one is actually quite nice. I've got this one. This one is quite ugly and bended. Again, it has, you can see it, it has an old product in there. So I need to remove it, and we will try to restore it. I will also show you maybe how to clean. I'm not sure. Sometimes I'm not sure if the product was the gel or the product was the acrylic paint, but I will show you different things. So this one is a gel, again, because the UV cleanser works for it, and it's kind of removing the product nice. Look also at the angle again, which I'm kind of pressing my brushes down. It's okay to do that way. Don't do it that way. So like, don't go straight with your bristle. You want to go nice and flat, and then you can squeeze out the products from your brushes. Down and squeeze out the product from your brushes. Okay, the direction is really, really important. And then again, separate those hairs, because there is always lots of old product kind of hiding inside those bristles, and if you do not clean that properly, it's gonna disturb your paint nice. So I'm always making sure it is all nicely off. Okay, give it a good clean. And again, this is always a little bit dehydrating for our brush. So we are gonna dip it in the boiling water. You can also use a hair conditioner in it as well, and then clean it off, the hair conditioner. I usually find it is not as necessarily a step. You can see it, the shape of the brush has improved so much. I can dry out the water and then dip into the top coat. I kind of moisturize it with the top coat. Clean the excess of it. Just on the dry wipe now. And this brush is restored. They've got funny shapes, like they are flower petal brushes, so they usually got those kind of shapes. What I've got in here is a gel, and I can feel the difference in between the gel and acrylic paint, because the gel kind of still bends. The acrylic paint would be very stiff. So let me clean this one. I actually need some dry acrylic paint, so let me maybe do it for you. So I'm just gonna grab some acrylic paint, clean my brush first, and get it to dry completely on my brush and make it hard. Okay, so if we leave it here, it will dry and make the brush hard, make it even more damaged. Awesome. Keep cleaning this one. Again, more UV cleanser. This one is actually stubborn, maybe an old gel again, or a mixture of both gel and acrylic paints. That could be the case, because I sometimes do that as well. But it starts coming off. You can see how much dirt we've got in here, and I can already feel the brush starts bending nicer. But always make sure like it is nice and flat. Like it has a, you're going not straight, you will damage it further. You're going nice and flat, and then you want to remove, like soak it in a little bit in a UV cleanser and keep removing it. It's definitely a better solution, the UV cleanser, than the blue scrub or any nail dehydrator, any brush cleaner, like much more gentle. And you can see it, I'm just helping. There is almost no pressure, like I'm doing it so gentle, because if you do it hard, you will break the brush feather. Perfect, that is actually pretty nice. I don't have to even go into the hot water, because the brush is really beautifully sharp, nice and pretty. Okay, let me check this one. It's still too soft. I'm just gonna dip in more paint in there. More paint, more damage. Okay, keep this brush there. So it's drying. Let me see what else. I've got some very old brush, like I didn't use this brush probably like a few years. I don't know what this brush was used for, but you can see it. It has stocked product and it's not painting nice. It doesn't behave. So what else you can do it, and we are gonna need that for the acrylic paint as well. Use the acrylic liquid, so the monomer. Monomer is designed to clean, like for the brushes, so this is a best solution to clean your brushes. And I would use the monomer in a case of the brush which was stuck in the dry polymerized acrylic, or I would use it for acrylic paints as well. Okay, you can see it, like the color which I just got in there, everything is coming off so nice and easy. Like that's the quickest fix ever. Like it's just dissolving the old product really nicely and beautiful without of damage to the brush, because it's a product which we are using on the brushes. Look how nice and sharp it is. We don't have to do anything else with it. Let me check this one. It's still soft enough. Okay, so you can see it. I can leave it, the paint, so I'm just gonna keep it there. Let me see what I've got in here. So I've got another, oh, this one is not bad. It's just a gel, but the tip of the brush is a little bit damaged, so we are gonna see if we can fix the tip of the brush. So UV cleanser again. First of all, guys, like when you're doing any cleaning of the brushes, use your gloves. Like, I mean, obviously we're playing with so many different products and you don't want to expose yourself. So I'm cleaning off any gel which might be on it. There might be actually acrylic paint here as well. You can see it. So the white stuff is an acrylic paint, and then I had some gel here as well. Let's dip it in monomer. You can see it, it dissolves the product. It's clean, it's so nice. You can even go like this. And see, sometimes the brushes goes very funny. But I want all those bristles to separate. We will shape this brush in a second and get it back to life. There is lots of product which is stuck just on the top and here. Get rid of that. Very old. This must be very old product there. One more dip. This brush is actually really wrecked. Okay, I'm just inspecting that I definitely removed any kind of product, because if you didn't, you are not able to fix it. So I'm gently separating those hairs even more. Yes, it is. Okay, now after that we can dip into the boiling water, and I do hope it is still hot enough. Like the hotter the better. Okay, get this soaked in and then try to press against something flat. Okay, press against something flat to start shaping your brush, and even the tip, which was really bended, is start looking better. Again, on the sink I would be able to hold it. I might actually show you that. So if I will be working on the sink, what I can do is I can go against the broken tip. So this is my position for a broken tip, and I would just pour the hot water over it, like very boiling water, and I would just drag it like this to shape it against the broken bit. Okay, so this is always the best way to fix it. Okay, let me press it against it, because this water goes cold very fast. Like, okay, I'm pretty happy with it. So remove the water. Okay, the brush already looks much better, but I wanted it to train into this new position. So again, dip in into the top coat, and I'm gonna keep it in this top coat away from the light. So the top coat is gonna work like an almost like a glue for your brush to keep it into the nice shape. Okay, and we have fixed another brush. Now this one will be absolutely ready as well. So yes, you can see it now. It doesn't leave the paint, which means it's completely like wrecked, really ugly. What else like sometimes can happen with the brushes, then they can go like this, and this is your one stroke brush, like, okay, it just, and it should look like this. Okay, so let's restore it. So for acrylic paint, again, monomer, it does works the magic. Okay, and if you clean this brush this direction, look what you're doing with it. You are actually making it worse. So you want to dip in and you want to go nice and flat again. Nice and flat. Get rid of that paint in a nice and flat position. Okay, keep dissolving it. Get rid of all that old paint. This is actually very therapeutic, cleaning your brushes and giving them a new life. And I hope, guys, that will help you. Like, it's really rare for me to actually bend the brush. I do use them for ages, like, and for years. Like, I mean, honestly, my brushes serves me years and years, because even like I will show you on this one, it might be actually my favorite brush. Sometimes the older the brush, the better, because we can trim the hairs to it as well, and we can teach it how to behave. Okay, so it is start getting nicer and flatter, but there are some hairs which are sticking out from it. Yes, they are. So I'm just gonna dip it in again in a hot water. Which is not hot anymore. So the hotter the better, like it does the job much faster than me playing with the water, which isn't, yeah, it's not hot at all. Okay, skip this step, and it's not gonna do much now. But I want to show you the trimming of this brush as well. Oh my goodness, there is still stuff coming from this brush. I must have really neglected this one. So what I will do is I will little bit separate it, like to search for the worst hairs. The ones which are very bended and unfixable. Go into the top coat, and if the top coat cannot hold some hair, that means this hair needs to be trimmed. So more top coat. Okay, so I am very unhappy about this hair sticking out in here, because I don't think so the top coat can fix it, so it might be unfixable. This one is very sticking out as well. And I think we got it. We have fixed it at our brush. Yeah, so I would keep the top coat on this brush so it can learn its new position, because it just needs the time to get used to it. Like again, how to behave and how be like, this is actually really nice. How to be good and useful for a wonderful design. So yeah, guys, I hope you have. Actually, I've got one more. Yeah, this one is really bad as well. You cannot paint with that, so I'm just gonna try it quickly, and then all my brushes are like brand new again. So it's still very stiff. Oh, that must be old product. Oh, but you could see it, the black dot came off. Number 8 doesn't paint it nice yet. Top coat. Oh, that starts to behave, so very, very quick fix. And there is one sticking out here which should be trimmed. Okay, so this is the way how I fix my brushes, and I am actually looking forward to seeing if you guys got any other tips how to bring the life back to your brushes which have been wrecked with the products. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and see you in the next video. Bye!